There's a moment from my life I still think about, even now, not every day, but often enough that it lingers like a shadow in the corner of memory. It was a mistake, one I never spoke much about, one I kept tucked away for decades. And it haunted me, not because of what happened, but because of what I never made right. I was younger, prouder, sharper with my words and slower with my apologies. I said something I shouldn't have to someone who didn't deserve it. It wasn't a big blowout. It wasn't scandalous. It was just cruel, unnecessary, sharp words said in a moment of frustration that I never took back. And then time did what it always does. It moved on, and I didn't. We lost touch. Life pulled us in different directions, and before I knew it, the moment I thought I'd one day fix was gone. She was gone. No final conversation, no second chance, just silence. And in that silence, regret grew roots. I carried it quietly, smiled through it, laughed at dinners, showed up to work. But some things stay heavy, even when no one sees the weight. I thought if I ignored it long enough, it would disappear. It didn't. And then one morning, I looked at myself in the mirror, really looked, and asked, "Are you going to carry this all the way to the end?" That day, I wrote her a letter. She would never read it, but I needed to say the words anyway. I told her I was wrong, that I wished I had called, that I remembered her kindness far more than that moment of anger, and that if she ever doubted her worth because of what I said, I was sorry, truly sorry. I didn't expect forgiveness, but I gave it to myself, because regret left unattended becomes self-punishment, but regret held gently becomes a teacher. And what it taught me is this: we don't have to be perfect, but we do have to be honest, even if the only person left to hear it is ourselves. Since that day, I've lived differently. I speak my apologies when they're still fresh. I say, "I love you," even when it's awkward. And I try, every day, to leave fewer things unsaid. Some mistakes follow us, but they don't have to define us. And sometimes, the bravest thing we could do is forgive ourselves for the things we can't go back and fix. Because life isn't about carrying everything. It's about learning what we can finally lay down. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you something to think about, give it a like. Share it with someone you care about. Until next time, subscribe, listen, remember. Breathe in, breathe out, subscribe, listen, remember.